We're learning new details about the sniper ambush of police officers in downtown Dallas last night. The attack turned a peaceful protest into chaos. 5 officers were killed, 7 other officers and 2 civilians wounded. Video shows a gunman firing at targets at the end of last night's protest against deadly police shootings in other cities this week. The mayor and police chief just revealed new details about a suspect who is now dead. CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley is in Dallas leading our coverage. Scott, and we just heard this extraordinary news conference from Police Chief David Brown.
David Brown, Jeff, told us that the suspect spoke with police negotiators for several hours overnight as he was in a standoff with police officers. He told them that he was angry about the shooting of African Americans at the hands of white police officers in this country over these last days and many months, and that he was intending to kill as many white police officers as he could. He was holed up in a place that the police could not get to, so we found out this morning that the police put a bomb on a robot and drove the robot over to the suspect and detonated the bomb. Manuel Bojorquez was just a couple of blocks from the shooting last night here in Dallas when all of these events began about 9 p.m. Manuel?
That's right, Scott. Well, the night began with a protest march in solidarity with victims of this week's police shootings. 2 men who were killed, one in Louisiana, the other in Minnesota. But just before 9 p.m., officers with the Dallas Police Department and Dallas area Rapid Transit became targets of an enemy they could not see. The unprecedented assault unleashed dozens of rounds on downtown Dallas. People marching at a rally stopped walking to run for their lives. The view from above shows how hundreds of people scattered.
I was screaming, run, 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 active shooter, active shooter.
As the attack went on, several uniformed officers were down, motionless on the pavement outside. Officers ran to the aid of their colleagues who were hit. One of the suspects, a man with a rifle, fired shots while hiding behind a pillar.
Out here, we got a guy with a long rifle. We don't know where the hell he's at. We got one more shooter out here. We got an open window on the side of Lamar. We got rifles hanging out.
All plainclothes officers need to be suited up in the area.
2 suspects were arrested in a traffic stop. One suspect, a woman who was caught in a community college parking garage. Another suspect inside that garage is dead after a standoff. Mayor Mike Rawlings.
I would ask that if you're at your home or at your office or at your school, to join us today in that spirit of prayer, to bring our city together and our country together, to heal wounds, not create them.
The shooter who was involved in the standoff with police at one point made a claim that there could be explosives in downtown Dallas that they had planted. But Scott, police have scoured this entire area using bomb-sniffing dogs, and so far they say they have found no explosives.
Manuel Bojorquez for us this morning. Manuel, thank you very much. Another thing the police chief told us this morning was that the suspect said that he acted alone, but the police are not taking his word for it, of course. 3 people are in custody, as Manuel said, and they are, as in the words of the police chief, turning over every rock, every piece of evidence to make sure that they have every possible accomplice to this. The mayor and the police chief, David Brown, spoke a little bit earlier this morning. Let's have a listen to what the police chief had to say.
Our hostage negotiator did an exceptional job getting this suspect to talk before he died during the hours of negotiating that eventually broke down. And I want to share with you some of the comments from this suspect. The suspect said he was upset about Black Lives Matter. He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect said he was upset at white people. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers. The suspect stated that we will eventually find the IEDs. The suspect stated he was not affiliated with any groups, and he stated that he did this alone. The suspect said other things that are part of this investigation so that we can make sure that everyone associated with this tragic event is brought to justice. So as the mayor said, we won't expand on any further on what other suspects we have interviewed or looked at or their status until we get further into this investigation and get closer to a conclusion of what and who are all involved.
Dallas Police Chief David Brown just a short while ago.